All right, YouTube. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. The engines are going in today. The generator's going in today. The pods are going in today. PJ's going in today. We're gonna walk down in the boatyard right now and show you guys what's going on.
Alright guys, so in these crates we have the pod drives for the new Mikelson 43 Gen 2 Zeus. Here we have the generator. So these will probably be in by the end of today, first thing tomorrow. We're going to walk over to the boat right now, look at the installation of the rings. The rings are the seals that go between the pod drive and the hull of the boat, and see how the boys are doing on the install. So let's walk over and take a look.
Running around, trying to get stuff up.
What's that? All right. So guys, the rings are in. Tavo's putting a bead of seal, a bead of seal. Paul's hammering something and torquing. He's torquing. I do want to show you guys the plate. So the factory installs this to keep the water out of the boat prior to putting in the pod drive. So you can see there's a bunch of bolts that go around it, a bunch of silicone sealant, and then we remove it to put the pods in. How you feeling, Captain?
I'm feeling great. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
O'Sullivan Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Quarantine. That's what we do on quarantine.
So Paul, what's the torque spec on those?
First we started with 25, and then we increased it to 30. It's a pretty low torque spec because we don't want to squeeze all of our sealant out.
Okay.
We've got Nylox nuts on these, and that way we ensure a nice bed of sealant up in there.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. Let's go show you guys some engines. All right, guys. So here we have our 6.7 liter Cummins QSB 550 engines. These will couple up to the Zeus pod drives. Great engine. They're ours. So you'll see these, and like I said, in the next day or so, these will go in as well as the pod drives. So
Cool.
close up there. All right, guys, here's one of our beautiful engines for this Mikelson 43 Zeus Gen 2. Generator is in, so we'll walk up and show you that installed. But we're gonna show you guys how these engines go in. Pretty simple. We lift them up, we drop them in the hole, and bolt them in place. So why don't we go up and see the generator installed? All right, guys, here we got our 9.5 kW Onan. Fits nicely right in there. We basically lower it in, push it back, bolt it down, hook it up, ready to go.
Why'd they put the plugs back in?
I'll say, so they didn't fall through the hole.
Sweet. Closure's going in, all the electronics are in.
Looking like a boat.
Looking like a boat. We got plastics over everything because it's been raining down here for the past, gosh, it feels like 2 weeks now.
Take a look.
Sweet.
So again, this is his third Mikelson 43, so he's got a pretty specific idea of how he likes to lay out his electronics. Puts his screens right on each side of the steering wheel there. Got his engine monitoring over on the port side, and still room for plenty of other stuff if he wants.
Gonna have some stid chairs that go in right there.
Looking
Sweet.
good.
All right, YouTube, PJ had to help move our big A-frame to help pick up our engine, so I'm just going to do a quick voiceover on this and let you guys know what's going on in here. So right now, PJ's swinging out the A-frame. We're in Shelter Island Boatyard. Beautiful sunny day. It had been raining earlier this week, so it was really nice to have some nice warm weather when we're putting the engines in. So right now, what we're going to do is get the chain that Captain Pablo is holding in his right hand, and we're going to hook it up to our engine. And then using the forklift to help lift so that it doesn't take us all day to do it, we're going to lift up our engines up and over our transom right there. And then we just lower them right down into the engine room. Pretty cool. Good shot of Jorge in there. There's Jorge and Tavo, and then Paul's on the forklift. And that's our 550 horsepower QSC 6.7 liter Cummins. And then you can see right there, that's where the coupling goes in. So there's a little shaft that runs from the aft end of the engine right there and then into the front of the Zeus pod drive. So again, just giving you a couple different angles. We're in Shelter Island Boatyard. So I'm up on a boat on the side right here. Had to deal with the boatyard shenanigans like always. But it's pretty cool. So as soon as we lift it up high enough, then Paul just lowers down the forklift and it stays up there. And then all the forklifts and everything else comes down. And then you slide the A-frame forward again. And then you just lower the engines down. It's pretty simple. And again, this is something that we're very fortunate to be able to do because Mikelson's, our engines are located under our cockpit instead of under our salon or something inside like that. So we can literally do an engine swap if we have to in a couple of hours, just like how this video is showing that we put in 2 brand new engines, a generator, as well as 2 pods, and we did it all pretty much in one day, which is awesome. And this is probably, oh gosh, I don't know, 30 plus Mikelson 43 Zeuses that we've done, and every single one we've put the engines in San Diego. Hey YouTube, today is Wednesday, March 18th. It's day 3 of the engine and pod install on 43 hole number 89 down in the boatyard. I'm gonna walk you guys down there right now and show it to you. It's raining outside, so it's a little interesting, but makes for a very good vlog, so check it out. Alright YouTube, pods have not gone in yet. Still sitting down here in the plastic. Still got the plugs in. Oh, too far. Plugs. Pods. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna get the A-frame, which is still over here. Looking good. And they're gonna lift the pods up. See, this is the trim tab on it. They're gonna lift the pods up through the engine hatches up top. And they already put in those big O-rings yesterday. So I'll show you guys what it looks like from the top right now. All right, guys, doing another voiceover because it was all hands on deck to get these pods in. It's pretty cool. So right now, on the left side of our camera, Paul is spraying soap around. He's lubing up this giant rubber O-ring. And then on the right side of our camera, you can see that's like the bottom view from the pod. So you have the top view from the left and then the bottom view from the right. Just kind of showing you guys the inside and out of how they do this. But Captain Paul Fecto, he's amazing. He's done this a bunch of times on it, and because you'll see in this video as they hoist up the pod, it's a matter of like millimeters to get this thing in perfectly. So pretty cool to watch them do it. And then you can see once they get it in, there's just 2 brackets to slide in, and then it bolts all the way around right there. And then it's good to go. Good to go in the water. It's all watertight because we put a bunch of that sealant. And then I'm bummed in this video, because of coronavirus and self-quarantining and everything else that's been going on, they shut the boatyard down, so I was not able to get the video of Paul actually putting in the shaft that I was talking about earlier, and the shaft goes in between the engine and the Zeus pod drive that we're lifting up right now, and that's actually what is used to couple the power plant to the drivetrain. So it's really cool. It's about 2 feet long. They have to get it within a couple millimeters of each other, but again, Paul is amazing at doing all of this stuff. So very cool. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video. Day 3 right here. Hope everyone is staying safe because of the coronavirus. Self-quarantine. Go on YouTube. Watch all our YouTube videos when you're bored. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.